Hello, everyone. It's fun, isn't it?
It is.
And
Totally get into
I
it.
got that from the YouTube studio, YouTube music studio, and it's actually probably 3 times, 4 times as long as the 30 seconds, and the rest of it is great. And I'm like, I should redo some of that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's incredible.
Absolutely.
Everyone, please welcome this casual Marina of Heart Centered Tarot.
Hello, hello.
I am thrilled to have you here. Thank you.
I'm
And
thrilled to be here.
yes, and just to be clear, I'm hosting. This is also being streamed on Heart Centered Tarot. So I'm Tarot
Absolutely.
Stash, just in case you want to know who I am. And I'm glad you're here. And we first, was it like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that we did
Yeah.
our first live together?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it was almost 2 weeks ago. The
Yeah.
8th.
And it was like when we were because we were doing some readings and having beautiful conversation, and it was like, here, let's get our calendars out and get you on my channel. So because we also have another scheduled, me coming onto your channel on the 20th.
We do. Yeah, absolutely.
So
29.
looking
forward to that.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's just so much fun to be reading with you, chatting with you, to whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah, it works.
All of Marina's links are below, including information about your memberships and your PayPal, so people can support you as you are building your channel. And I want to say thank you to everybody who is watching this video. Appreciate you watching on playback. Please remember to like and subscribe. It's free. And that just does support us. And I have on my channel, I actually have your YouTube linked.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Yeah. And Heart Centered Tarot is here.
I've heard things about her.
So have I, and I'm so looking forward to finding out more.
I was going to say we'll talk later.
There you go. Debbie No is here. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Good to see you. Rossi's Den. And Linda Bishop is reminding us it's that they are a hot Texan. And Rose Blue is here. Hi, Rose.
Hey, Rose.
Jacob is here. Hi, Jacob Bush. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Pia's Eclectic Life.
Nice. Hello.
Oh, and Rose Blue said the 8th. That was their solar return.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sonia is here. Hi, Sonia. Good to see you. Lovely to have you here.
Oh, hey, Kelly.
Oh, and Kelly is here. And that reminds me, wait a minute. When all of the things go awry, I am a guest on Kelly's channel Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So, which would be your noon, right?
Yeah. Wait, at 2 p.m. did you say?
2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that would be my noon.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to being Kelly. So
yeah.
And Hershey is here. Hershey is Hershey the Shadow Reader, and Hershey's going to be on Wednesday for Woo Woo Witchery and Coffee Club, where we're talking about connecting with your guides and deities. So I'm looking forward to that. So
excellent.
Yeah, totally looking forward to that.
Yeah. Sounds like someplace that I need to tune into.
So okay, and so popping in, thank you. I know you've got lots of things to do. What kind of cues today? We're actually not starting off with questions. I've got some questions for Marina. So
yeah, I'm in the hot seat.
Yes. LR72 is here. Good to see you.
Hi there.
And then, okay. And,
Early
ah,
ritual,
Tom,
nice.
early ritual. Good to see you. We can start now
Okay, good.
here. I
Thank
mean, I'm
God.
worried. I mean, we would have made do, but it's okay. And Linda
Yeah.
Bishop said they broke a record. It was 112. Ooh. So yes,
You
and
know,
yep,
we
everybody,
had,
the chatters have shown up. Y'all are here.
yes,
So, and
yeah. 3 days ago, we had, it was so hot here. It was unbearable that we
mhm,
had a succession of days that it was really, really hot. And then, yeah, Fatima actually came on one of the lives and said that she was praying for cooler weather.
uh-huh.
Thank you, Fatima. It arrived later on that evening.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and it has been the last 2 days. You'll notice I'm wearing a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we went from sweltering heat to um, to just very cool temperatures. But it's okay. I'm fine.
Hey,
It's a
it's
lot easier to put on a sweater than it is to deal with the heat. So
exactly. Yes,
yeah.
Rose Blue, it's a fact-finding mission today.
Yes.
Y'all should be there for it.
Yeah.
Viviani is here. Hello,
Hey,
Viviani.
Viviani.
So, here you go. I've got something to show people. So here's this. This section of the video is brought to you by the word heart. Everyone say it with me. Heart. Heart. The essential or most vital part of something. Take it to heart and like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Heart.
That's so wonderful.
You didn't know I
That's
was
so
going to do that.
beautiful. No, I didn't. That is just, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. So let me ask, I mean, okay, so let's just start with part of this is tell me a little bit about your origin story or how you came to where you are today with
Hmm.
with tarot, with spirituality, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
She's working and lurking. That's good. It's
Yep.
okay. Yeah, I was aware even from an early age that I had a knowing about things.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how I knew things. I just knew that I did.
Yes.
Um, and I was able to pick up on people's cues uh, very, very quickly,
Uh-huh.
right? Reading the energy and so on. Um, and then when I was in my teens, I would take a deck of playing cards,
Mm-hmm.
right, and read from my friends because
Yeah.
we started off. It was meant to be like, hey, do you want to do some fortune telling? You know,
Sure.
that kind of stuff,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it turned out to be not too bad, and yeah, from there I would start getting like messages in dreams, or I would dream about something happening. And
Oh.
then within a day or two, it would happen exactly the way that I dreamt it.
Ooh. Okay.
So it was like, okay, I may not have known what to do in this particular situation beforehand, but I
Mm-hmm.
could remember what I did in the dream. And
Oh.
all I had to do was like, just, okay,
Mm-hmm.
relate that. So anyway, that was helpful. Um, and then I got, hey, Thomas, and then I got married and had had a child.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I was married to a guy who didn't really quite appreciate my um, my abilities, my talents, in that he was very fond of telling people that I was a witch when it
Oh,
came.
okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, he would be the first one to say, "Hey, you know what? We got some stuff happening at work. You know, like what do you see?" Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it got to the point that I just realized I was much happier without him than I was with him. So, yeah, I packed up the car, packed up my son, drove from one end of Canada almost to the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, settled back in Calgary, which is where I've spent many, many, many years. And then, you know, did a few things, went back to university, got a degree, enjoyed raising my son, did lots of things. And then started to kind of get the pull to go to look at the tarot cards.
Okay.
You play with them and whatnot. So I kind of gave into that reluctantly at first because I thought, I don't want to go through the same experience, right?
Oh,
I don't want to be labeled or whatever.
Sure.
And the more that I played with the cards, the more that I came into my own power. So that it was like, you say what you will. You want to call me a witch? Call me a witch. Watch what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
It's
I love it. Oh, yeah. That's a fan warp. Watch what I do next, people.
Exactly. Exactly.
What?
So, yeah. Got a message to make my own tarot cards, which reluctantly I did, thinking that it wasn't going to work.
Okay.
And I use them exclusively in personal readings.
Okay.
I don't use them on YouTube because that's not what they're designed to do.
Of course. Of course.
And then I had someone suggest that, maybe I should get on YouTube. And I thought, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So get on there. People are either going to like the message or they're not. If they like the message, they'll stick around. If they don't, and this is the pragmatic side of me, right? If they don't, I don't know who they are anyway. So what does it matter?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
And yeah.
A leap of faith.
Yeah. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
And Duncan Shireman is here. Duncan, this is Marina, Heart Centered Tarot. Here you go.
Hey, Hershey.
So Shireman. So okay. So I have to ask, do you recall your first tarot deck that you purchased?
My first tarot deck, I do. I can visualize it in my head. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Hey, Spirit Watcher. I know that it came with a lovely book. And as I was going through the book, there was things that I thought, as I'm looking at the card and reading the description, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, but that's not what I'm getting from it.
Sure.
Right. So I was trying very hard to remember the traditional meanings and so on. And then I realized I didn't have to do that.
Correct.
Like I can go, but by what my instinct is. So having a little knowledge, about the background of the cards, but just listening to what Spirit is telling me is in those cards.
I think that's amazing. And Tiffany said, I love that you made your own deck.
Yes.
So I think that's yeah. And Sonia said, yes, and look at you now.
Yes, and look at me now.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember going on the first time and recording a video. Didn't do it live, recorded it, and then put it up. And yeah, and it's like, here I am talking to myself, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, people are going to tune in and they're going to go, what a fraud, and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, it was just me needing to be comfortable in that.
Correct.
In that space.
Correct. Has anyone called you a fraud?
No.
Good. Because if they had, just wait and see what you do now.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of it came when when I realized that I needed to take the ego out of the messages that I was getting, right? So that if I'm seeing something or sensing or hearing something that I need to pass on to someone else, initially I would think, well, I can't say that because it doesn't make any sense. And it took a while to realize that it didn't need to make sense to me. I'm just the messenger.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, yeah, once that came online, that was,
that's so powerful. That's really powerful. It helps when you realize, okay, I gotta remove the ego. I gotta just deliver the message. I don't have to understand it.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly. And it is, you're right. It is. It's empowering and it's freeing as well. That
it's very freeing. Yes.
Yeah.
Richie Longman Tarot is here. Hello, Richie.
Hey,
Good to see you.
Richie.
And yeah, a message sent by God.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very true. That idea of being connected to something outside of ourselves, that's actually really inside of ourselves as well.
Yeah.
We just have that connection. So,
yeah.
All right. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna do another pause for a second. This section of the video is brought to you by the word centered. Everyone say it with me. Centered. Centered. Emotionally stable and secure. Liking, sharing, and subscribing are ways to center yourself. Centered.
That is lovely.
Well,
I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, he's going to come on my channel next week. And what do I have? Hi, Gerald.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Well, I think, your name, Heart Centered Tarot, is so very important because this is the thing about being centered. You need this because when we are not centered in our lives at all, things are wonky. They just don't work.
Yes. Yes.
They just don't work. So,
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Marina, what helps you to stay centered? She didn't know I was going to ask her that one. So this is a pop-up question. Surprise.
Yeah, thank you. What helps me stay centered? I think the belief that no matter what I do or where I'm led, that I'm supported.
Oh,
that,
okay.
It is always for my highest good. And it, again, some people could see that as kind of, living in the clouds. But no, not really. I think when I do things based on the faith that I will be taken care of, I am okay, I'm exactly where I need to be, doing what I need to do, I don't have to worry about it. It's not my job to worry about how things are being done. My job is to show up, and my job is to have a conversation with the universe and to say, okay, all righty, it's end of the month, bills are due, money needs to come in.
Yep.
And then let that go, right? Instead of trying to figure out, well, I need to do this and I need to look here and just let it go. And it's amazing. It's amazing to me each and every time that it works out. It comes through and I go, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's lovely because there's something that Spirit Whisperer Suzanne said, focusing in the moment is a great way to stay centered. And because if we're focusing on the past, we can't do anything about it. If we're focusing on the future, we don't actually know what is coming.
Exactly.
So being able to do exactly what you described is extremely helpful.
Yeah.
You have
A
a
lot
lot
really
for
comes in.
when he
Yeah.
comes on. Look for the stash. Oh, good Lord. It's all right. I'm just showing up. I'm just, I'll have my beverage.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And I think it's so you've been okay, so you remember the cards. Do you what was your most recent tarot deck? Because again, everybody purchase or your most recent deck. I'm not saying tarot, it can be oracle, it can be other. So, but know your limits and purchase responsibly. I'm just curious.
Yeah. My most, oh, wait a minute. I was going to grab one, and that is not true. This is one I've been waiting for quite some time. And it is called the Inner Compass Oracle
Oh, I
by Dana Whitby.
did you just recently use this on
I
your
did.
okay, yes, uh-huh.
I did. I all the card of the day that I did last week where I was using this.
Mhm.
And it's, you know how people come into your life and it's not until after certain things happen that you go, oh, okay. All right. Um, I was introduced to Stouffer Cavins,
Uh-huh.
the medium. Thought he was lovely, had him on my channel. It was fantastic. Had him on my channel again. It was wonderful. And the second time that I had him on, he was telling me that he had just done a reading with this friend of his who had developed this new oracle deck,
Okay.
and how amazing it was and whatnot. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to tune in." So I tuned in and was really impressed with the cards
Mhm.
and with Dana herself. So I asked her to come on the show, and her cards hadn't been printed yet. They were just on the way
Ooh.
to being available.
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Come on the show and let's use your cards. We'll do some readings using your cards and whatnot." And I was impressed enough that I purchased it. It took a while to get here, but love, love, love using
Sure.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
And that,
Stouffer. I like Stouffer too, Viviani.
yes.
And I Stouffer's on the list of people who, when I decide to put on my big boy pants and send an email, saying, "Hey, if you've got some time, you want to come on my channel," but I haven't done that yet. There's so many people on that list. So
Yeah, you know what? Reach out. Just reach out because I didn't think that he would either, but
there you go.
there he was. He was quick to respond, excellent. I've been introduced to some amazing people through
Mhm.
Stouffer.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bucky Man, a medium, was one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That came from Stouffer. So did oh my goodness. There was Bucky Man. There was a couple others anyway. My mind isn't working right, but that have been wonderful, excellent.
Yes, I love that.
So yeah, yeah.
Well, and okay, so that deck, what is it about it that works for you? And I guess this is my roundabout way of asking you, Marina, when you look at a tool like a deck, what is it that draws you to it?
Um, First thing that I'm drawn to is color.
Hmm.
Then I think the second thing that I'm drawn to is the message,
Hmm.
or the any kind of keyword. And if the keyword matches to my mind with the color, then
Yeah.
it's like a nice little connection, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I can read into it. Um, I'll just take out one of the cards in here, whatever happens to pop up, and we'll see. We can do a practical show and tell. Okay. Jupiter.
That's pretty.
Yeah. So this, yeah, I'm drawn to the rings that are showing up in Jupiter, and that almost speaks to me not so much of rings, but as separate opportunities. That each
Nice.
one, right? Each one is an opportunity to do something else, and it flows from the top up down to the bottom. All the connection. There's water here, emotion. I like the fact that she is standing sort of in the middle of the water,
Right.
standing on a rock and just looking up like she's not afraid. She's,
Sure.
you know, come on, tell me what do you want me to know?
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, first it's the color, and then it's the yeah, the keyword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what kind of gets me.
Yeah, I like that. Sheila Edwards is here. Hello.
Hey,
Good to
Sheila.
see you.
And
Um,
hello, silly.
yes, silly. And everybody, just as a reminder, we're streaming this on both of our channels.
Mm-hmm.
So all of Marina's links are below. So please definitely go over and
Yeah.
like, share, and subscribe. Um, so I am a person who I like a deck that is, I enjoy the artwork, and I also want to be able to have the pleasurable experience of shuffling it. If it's
Yes.
not a good shuffler, I don't want anything with it.
Yeah.
And I'm a riffle shuffler, so that freaks some people out. So
Yeah, you're right. There are some decks that I would consider almost secondhand, that I wouldn't automatically go to, because yeah, they don't shuffle well. They don't. They're either too big or too the material is too soft or too
yeah,
coarse. But yeah,
yeah, I
yeah, they
completely
have to feel
understand.
good.
Yeah. So okay, so you've come to YouTube, and how long have you been on YouTube?
I started, and I think I did my first video on August 29th, 2021.
Hmm.
So just over 2 years.
Just over 2 years. Congratulations.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Yeah, started off initially doing political readings,
uh-huh.
and still enjoy doing them very much.
Hmm.
But again, spirit has kind of stepped in and has put me in touch with people um, who are more spiritual, more esoteric, more um, of what I need to learn.
Okay. Hmm.
And so, yeah, being able to look at that and go with it and accept it as okay. This is part of the journey. I'm totally okay with it.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know?
Yeah. I think that's fun. I mean, I personally I appreciate the growth opportunities.
Mhm.
Whereas if you asked me a year ago if I were doing political readings, would say no.
Yeah.
But I have been given an opportunity to lean into my
Yeah.
inexperience, and I'm okay at political readings, I think. So,
Yeah,
but
absolutely. It's just it. You know what? It's still a message from spirit. It just comes in a different form.
exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
And again, the introductions, the way that people have come into my life, I think, oh man, I could not have planned this in a million years on my own.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, and that's being open to it. It's like what you described earlier. It's like, okay, need some money, and then you release that, and then it shows up.
Yeah.
I call that well, you also exercise gratitude, which is a very
Yes.
good thing. Um,
Always. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a firm believer that gratitude is uh, necessary, because when we have gratitude for the things that we experience, it tells the universe that I can experience more. and I'm
Exactly.
open for more positive things.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. Exactly. I think very often everything with me now starts with gratitude.
hmm
And I remember years ago when, oh my gosh, there was a book that came out. What was it called? Something about gratitude. Um, was it the Gratitude Journal or some? Anyway, and I remember reading it, and at that point in my life, I was not ready for a lot of the messages
oh,
that were coming in. So I read it, and I thought, huh, okay, write down all the things I'm grateful for. Like,
uh,
are you effing kidding me? Look at life. There's a lot of stuff going on, and there was a lot of stuff going on.
of course.
And it said, okay, start off by writing down 3 things that you're grateful for.
hmm
Um, and it could be anything. And initially, it was a struggle to come up with 3 things that were
Sure.
positive. The more that I did it, the more that, I would get into bed at night and I would take out my journal and it's like, okay, are we ready? And I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for that.
Uh-huh.
And it was just overwhelming. And the more grateful that I was, the more things I had to be grateful for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, make that connection and go, okay, that's what it is. I'm not in control. I just have to show up. Spirit is in control.
hmm I love that. Which
Yeah.
sort of brings me to this next thing. Here we go. This section of the video is brought to you by the word heart-centered. Everyone say it with me. Heart-centered. Heart-centered. Approaching something from a place of inner strength, resiliency, courage, integrity, authenticity, and truth. Please be heart-centered and like, share, and subscribe. Heart-centered.
Beautiful.
Was that a decent definition?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Perfect.
So tell us a little bit more about being heart-centered and specifically heart-centered tarot as it relates to your YouTube channel.
Okay. When I was initially thinking about doing the YouTube channel, of course, the first thing that comes up is what are you going to call it?
Of course.
And I had tossed different things around and nothing really felt like it belonged. It sounded like a name, right?
Yes,
So,
exactly.
um, and then I was actually watching um, the Oracle of Whimsy,
Okay.
and she was doing a reading, and she mentioned something about doing a heart-centered remote viewing, and I went, "Who?
Yeah,
What?
you have my
Say that
attention.
again?" Yeah. And so she mentioned this heart-centered remote viewing a few times. And I
hmm
thought, okay, that's it. Heart-centered.
hmm
That's what it is. Heart-centered tarot. So then I sat down and I did the numerology on the name.
Oh,
Just
okay.
because. And it was, yeah, it talked about abundance and growth and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, okay, that's what I want. So that's the name.
hmm
And then the day that I'm going to go live, and again, thought about it. And what I got was that it should be on one of my niece's birthdays, which was April 29th.
hmm
Again, did the numerology, and it was excellent. And I thought, okay, that's it. Here's our plan. We're going on the 29th. The name of the channel is Heart Center Tarot. Boom.
I love that.
So yeah, it just felt really good.
I love that. And just say hi to a few people. Wendy,
Yes,
Wendy MM
absolutely.
is here. Hello, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Michelle Marie, Astrological Tarot, is here. And she
Hello.
is mentioning all of the best chatters are here. And
Yes.
I am actually going to be a guest on Astrological Tarot on Wednesday.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that. And so I guess another question that I have for you, Marina, is because you mentioned numerology, you mentioned cards. Could you share with us some of the tools you use as somebody, let's say somebody were to contact you, links are below, and they want a reading. What
Mhm.
are the tools that you have in your toolbox to help deliver a heart-centered message for them?
Well, the first thing is my deck of cards.
Uh-huh.
I will use that. I also, yes, like the numerology, the astrology, and these are things that I know a little bit about,
Sure.
right? Not a whole lot, but I can plug into the people that do. So,
Mhm.
and I need, I can certainly work with them. Um, the pendulum is another one
Okay.
that I like. Yeah, I have several, and it's, whichever one decides to talk to me, that's the one that I go with.
Yep.
Um, yeah, oracle cards as well. In that, very often, yeah, as I'm sitting here and someone will ask a question or whatnot, and you'll see me do one of these. That's because my cards are on
Um,
two shelves here, right?
uh-huh.
And I have to look at them, and there is always one that says pick
Yes.
me, right?
Yes.
So I know that's one. Um, those are, I think, just kind of the key, the
Mhm.
physical tools, I
Sure.
guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And okay, so let's talk about the non-physical tools. I was going to ask that with the way you said that. Um,
Yeah.
uh, so what are some of your non-physical skills that you have that you bring with you? And this you might have to
Um,
toot your own horn, dear.
hmm. Well, getting getting messages um, about people or from people,
Mhm.
and that it's really kind of difficult to define because I don't. If someone was to ask, do you have a message from my brother Johnny?
Uh-huh.
I will intuitively, I will hear things.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily, I can't see Johnny in
Yes.
terms of, oh, okay, he's in front of me and he's got this, but I intuit what he looks like.
Mhm.
And I could intuit the expression that his body is taking on at the moment.
Yes.
Um, but there isn't anything physical that I can, kind of link to that. So the ability to be able um, to get the message, put it together, look at some of the other things that are around, and um, yeah, just kind of use that um, extra perception
Yes.
that comes in,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Trusting that extra perception that comes in.
Mhm.
And like I said earlier, taking the ego out of it,
Yes.
in terms like, yeah, did a reading for one fella that I had said, yeah, his wife had come in and I could see her standing and just looking really annoyed. And what I said to him was, okay, she's telling me that you need to clean up the linen closet.
Uh-huh.
That
Yeah.
is such an off the cuff, like,
Yes.
what? And he kind of looked at me and he said, oh my God. Yes, he said, I was looking at it this morning and thinking I've just been tossing things in there and she wouldn't like that. I said,
Yep.
yeah, well, she noticed,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
and that was a message that, yeah, it came in, and I had to have the faith to be able to say that
Yes.
without thinking, oh my God, that sounds absolutely ridiculous that I'm going to tell
Mhm.
this guy that his dead wife is standing right here. I can feel her there and she wants him to clean
Yep.
the linen closet.
Yep.
Right. Um, yeah, just believing in the messages and trusting myself when the messages come in, no matter how they come in, just
Yeah.
going with it.
I love that. And that, I mean, that really is heart-centered. Let's face it, that is heart-centered because
Yeah.
you're delivering the core of a message. You're centered. You got yourself, you know
Yeah.
exactly what's going to what is key.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And that helps a lot. Yeah, is to be able to hone in,
Mhm.
not kind of beat around the bush. And yeah, sometimes delivering messages that are unpleasant,
Absolutely.
and doing it in such a way that that doesn't harm the other person.
Yes.
There are ways to choose words and to deliver messages that are a lot more receptive. Um,
Hence the
yeah,
name, people, heart-centered.
yeah,
Yeah. I Marina, I would say one of the most important things, and I've talked about this on my channel a couple of different times and in different ways, in particular, like Tarot the Stash Way, talking about ethics.
yeah,
Part of it is sometimes the best thing is to deliver the hard message, but in a way that is supportive so someone can hear it.
yes, yeah,
That's a real challenge. And
yeah.
we have a new guest. It's in the music.
Oh, hey,
Diana is here. Hi,
hey,
Diana.
Diana.
And Duncan Shireman said, interesting, Marina, gave an opening prayer at an awareness class the other day, asking for help to raise beyond our egos and prejudices. Okay. So, and I'm sure she will be back. So, but everybody, please remember to like and subscribe. All of the channel information is below. And okay. And just okay, so best chatters are here. So thank you, best chatters. And so one of the things I'm going to use this up here, she is. Okay.
It did that.
Hi.
Hey, it said something went wrong, and I thought, oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Just
And
when we were talking about something serious.
yes. Well,
So
okay, and so, yeah, there you go. Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde strikes early again, yeah,
yes,
I get it. So, there were a couple of things and, that, the best chatters brought up, and Duncan Shireman said, "Interesting, Marina, gave an opening prayer at an awareness class the other day, asking for help to raise beyond our egos and prejudices."
yes,
And I think that's really powerful, um,
yeah,
because sometimes
it
I
is
don't know when my ego is involved. I just know that things don't flow well when my ego is involved.
exactly.
I mean, that's me. I mean, and occasionally, yes, my ego goes, "Queen, get out of the way. Get out
Yeah,
of the way. I'm trying to work here."
yeah,
And so,
yeah.
but and Michelle Marie, Astrological Tarot, said, "I love your process, Marina. I include numerology with Tantra, Ayurveda, and
Ayurveda.
astrology
Yeah.
into my Ayurveda, yeah, into practice. I'm a fan of Harish Johari's books.
Harry's books. Nice,
So, and
nice.
so that's great.
Yeah, it's an overall process. It's kind of like when you go in for, let's say, energy work, and or a massage, and they're kind of together. um, I'm always open to, wherever the path goes.
Hmm.
That's I'm okay to go there. If If spirit is telling the practitioner to, focus in on more, I don't know, more chakra work, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
If it's focusing on something else, go for it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, being open to those things, and and using all kinds of different modalities to get to where you need to go.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Not just one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. It's great to
Yes.
see
Thank you.
you.
Hello.
And Linda is reminding everybody that this is for entertainment
Yes.
purposes only. This is, I like to say, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based on what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Really. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things that, for me, as a person who does readings, I've been doing readings for 25 plus years, and I'm growing and learning. My experiences have
Yes.
given me an opportunity to learn new things and to allow my ego to get in my own way, and to be put back on the
Yeah.
naughty step. Um, but I have found that if I'm continuing to learn, and then I'm given an opportunity to practice using that new skill,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's like
Absolutely.
it's like yeah. So um so I'm the last formal question that I have is, what is bringing you joy these days? What's bringing you joy? I love
Um,
asking this question.
yeah, and there's so many little things that, um spending time at the dog park,
Mm,
with my dog, that's joyful.
yep.
Um, because there's no we go in there, no expectations. What comes, take we do a loop, maybe we'll go down by the river, maybe we won't. It's very, very easy, and the energy is just so positive,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
That brings me joy.
Hmm.
um Making a really decent cup of cappuccino
Hmm.
brings me joy. I like that. I like when
Yeah.
job is well done. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
um when when I see other people being kind, that brings me joy. I like
Uh,
that.
yeah.
And it's so easy to, yeah, to dismiss people who don't often either, connect with us, vibe with us, or that we would normally make judgment of.
Hmm.
Like, someone who is, let's say, at an intersection, and they're holding a sign, and it says, unemployed and whatnot, and they're, walking by the vehicles. um, I find it joyful when I see vehicles roll down their windows and share with them, because
Yeah.
that it's a non-judgmental thing. What is that person going to do with the money? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Right at this moment in time, it's a human being in need. Here you
Hmm.
go. Here you go. I can share that with you. Or doing little things like, yeah, paying it forward, going through. We have the Tim Hortons here, which is, like your Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Yep.
Going through the Tim Hortons line, I'm getting my coffee or I'm getting whatever. And when I get up to the front, I'll say, whatever the folks behind me have, I'll pay for it.
Hmm.
Right. And then what you go away feeling so good, because you know what it's going to feel like for them when they go
Sure.
up there and they're going to pay, and the person behind the counter is going to say, no, so and so took care of it.
Yeah.
And by then you're gone, you're long gone. It's not like you're not doing it so that they can come over and say, oh my god, what a great person you are. You're doing it because it feels good.
You're doing it because it feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good, with no expectation that they're ever going to know,
Yeah.
and that's the
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely.
Exactly. Just lots of little things bring me joy. putting on, getting a new tiara and putting it on and going, oh my God, that looks so good.
Tiaras are always welcome. I mean, if you wanted to wear a tiara today, you could have done that. I'm all about the crowns, and I mean, we'll put it this way. Tonight, when I'm a guest on Twillo Talk, there will
Yeah,
probably be crowns. There will probably be tiaras.
perfect. Perfect.
So
Excellent. Yeah,
there you
I
go.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So tell everybody what's coming up on your channel.
Okay. Well, I do like to be busy. I do like to be involved in all kinds of different things. And I'll tell you right now, if there is anybody out there who has a small channel and they're watching or tuning in and they're going, "Oh my gosh, I could, never do that." Reach out. Just send me an email and say, I have a small channel. Would you be interested in having me on? Absolutely. This is how we,
I'll double that.
yeah, yeah, this is how we raise everyone's vibration.
Yes,
Is, you know what? There is more than enough for everyone. And if I help you become successful, it doesn't mean that I lose something in the process. It
exactly.
means that whatever I have done is uplifted as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
it costs nothing to be kind. Your blessing is
no,
helping another and raising one's vibrations.
yes. Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And Sherry says, I'll triple that.
Sherry's,
Yeah,
wants people too. So, yeah.
yeah,
But I
totally.
think this is an important thing because we don't have to understand the impact that we have on somebody else. Let me
Yeah,
rephrase that. I'll own it. I don't need to know the impact that I've had on someone else. It it's nice to know that I've helped them. I don't need to know that because if I
yeah,
need to know that, then that's ego.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's going to slow things down. That's going to muddy the water.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
totally going to
exactly.
muddy the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else
So
you got coming up?
other what have I got coming up? Well, all right. 5 p.m. tonight is I'm having the first members only chat. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that, to kind of, connecting with the
First one.
members. So
That's great.
first one, first one.
Love
So
that.
yeah, if you'd like to be part of that, you know what?
Mhm.
Click the join button, and yeah, I'll be sending out the link privately to the members later on. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, I'm,
That's Mountain, correct?
clearly,
Mountain time?
yeah, Mountain Standard Time. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
clearly I enjoy what I'm doing. Uh, is yeah, I've got Thomas from Tarot Your Way is coming on the channel, and I'm really looking forward to having him on and learning a little more about him. We have Wednesday, as always, is Sisters of Mystical Tarot, and that is at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Mhm.
And also at 7 p.m. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a live with Trudy Sue, who is she channels spiritual messages from the
Uh-huh.
Raw Collective.
Mhm.
And then Thursday, if I'm not taking too long,
No, go
Thursday
for it.
is messages for light workers.
Uh-huh.
And that's Val and myself doing
Mhm.
little bit um, of a message for people that are in the chat, and then we could do some readings as well. And then and that is at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Thursday.
Uh-oh. So we'll get back to that. And tonight I am a guest on Twillo Talk Live. And then if y'all want readings, y'all come back because tonight I am hosting Caffeinated and Unfiltered, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we have got 6 people who are doing readings, Caffeinated and Unfiltered. And on, where is it? There it is. Tomorrow is Tuesdays with Tarot Stash, exclusively on Jane the Secret, 9:15. Love that. And tomorrow afternoon is
There
a
you go.
book casual, and this is our second conversation with Julie Kusha Watts, the person who wrote this book, the Real Sky Astrology Tarot Workbook. So I'm looking forward to that. We've got a nice video planned. Wednesday, I'm with Kelly, Dozen Cats Wellness.
Nice.
I'm also with Michelle Marie, Astrological Tarot. And then Thursday, Woo Woo Witchery and Coffee Club, Hershey the Shadow Reader is on with us, and we're talking about connecting with your guides and deity. So,
Perfect.
Well, yes, no British summertime, because that would actually be tomorrow, and 5 is hard to do to this one. So you're right. And there's Jane the Secret Tarot.
Hey, Jane.
So, and Peter just walked in from the garden, and
Yes.
hello, Peter J. Watts. So it's a busy lineup, and I love it. And so, okay, so you were telling us you do something with Val on Thursdays,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then what?
Yeah. And then I'll be having at 1 p.m. Deborah Zachow is her channel is Grow Your Light, and she does numerology and things like that. And then Friday at 7 p.m. I have Arthur from Ease Your Mind is coming on.
Nice.
So
exciting.
Yeah. Love to share the energy and whatnot. And of course, there's, I do private readings. So there's private readings booked in between those times. And
yes.
Yeah.
Terry at Holding Your Space is here. Hello, Terry.
Hey,
Terry. And I'm also going to be doing some more private readings. I've got a couple of people who've emailed me that I have to get up off of my and actually email them back. Love for Arthur.
Arthur, yeah.
So and so yeah, but so Terry's like, hey kids, I have a yes, very legit, and great channel, actually, by the way, very good channel, and wonderful spiritual healer. Every 2 weeks on Saturdays they do a live, and it's really quite amazing, really wonderful.
Excellent.
That's somebody I'd like to have on my channel. I mean, she did a reading for me, and it was amazing. It was actually, it wasn't a reading for me. She was doing a reading, and she was doing a general reading, and it's like, this is my mother coming through you. And I'm like, I think this message is for me. And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, it's for me. And she's like, oh, yeah, it is for you. So it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it when that happens. Yeah.
Oh. And Jane the Secret Tarot says, I haven't been asked for a private reading in quite some time. I see weddings. And she's laughing because the Friday before I got married, which was a surprise wedding, it was a private wedding.
Nice.
And it was one of those things. She saw it in the cards. It was great. So,
there we go. Let me raise myself so that I'm not.
So it's great.
I'm at the big kids table.
Ooh, love it. Love it. Yeah. Jane gives amazing readings. And I would say we have a lot of best chatters here. And so
Absolutely.
do you want to pull a couple of cards for people just as a general? Because I'm going to pull from my Radical Abundance card, because we're talking about being heart-centered.
Yes, absolutely.
So yes, it is Helen.
Yeah.
Sherry. Yes.
And
I want to call her Helena, but so
great. And I'm going to use the Inner Compass Oracle cards.
Oh,
these
nice.
These are really, really, really enjoy working with them. So, and on the 28th of this month at 11 Mountain Standard Time, I will have Dana on the channel, and we're both going to be using her cards.
Nice.
To do the readings. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
Yes.
A message for everyone.
Thank you, Sherry. That's her channel. So, all right. So this is a message for everyone. And whenever you're ready.
Okay. Isn't that funny? Okay. So what I got was Polaris, the North Star.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that follow your North Star. Follow where your guides are taking you, where your intention is. It doesn't have to match anybody else's, right? Just go with what you intuit for yourself. Now, we've been using the North Star for many, many, many eons
Mm-hmm.
as kind of a guide, right? This
Mm-hmm.
is where we are, and you know where in the world you are based on what side of the North Star you're on. So, yeah, let that be your guiding light. Let that be your compass, that you're always referring and always looking up for the North Star, which is that's your beginning, that's your end, that's your intuition, that everything positive is, yeah, looking forward. Look up and look forward.
I love that. I have from the Radical Abundance, I have the connection card.
Mm,
And this is really powerful in the sense that if we pay attention and notice that there is connection with everything and all things and
yeah.
everyone, and this is an opportunity for us to, we don't have to understand what that connection is. If we just believe that it is there, it helps us to understand how our behavior impacts the behaviors and the world of
Mhm.
others. I mean,
Yes.
if everybody's doing well, then I mean, if I'm doing well, and everybody's going to be doing well.
Yes.
So if we raise everybody up, we all benefit from it. It's not a competition that way.
Exactly.
So I think there's a beautiful power in that. And then this also reminds me of have you seen the Netflix Fantastic Fungi, the documentary? Talks about the mycelium, and it's fascinating that
Hmm.
this is there. So anyhow, but
No, but I'll have to go look it up now.
yeah, it's truly amazing, and it just is one of these things that one thing that I do impacts, gives an opportunity for everybody to be impacted. So it's, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We did. Nothing we do is in isolation.
So, oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome, Duncan. Yeah, nothing is in
Thank you.
isolation, and when we feel isolation, that's the time we need to actually peek out from under our comfort zone, out of the
Yeah.
blanket, and go, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fungal network, total connection. Yeah.
yeah. So
That
it's great.
makes sense. Okay. I am going to have to go look that up. But yeah, that was an excellent card, Gerald. That I like that connection, because
And
we are all connected to each other. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't, but
yes,
it's there.
and we also don't have to, I mean, when we lose our true north, that discombobulates us. And
Yes.
keeping, true north helps us keep going in the direction.
Yeah.
And sometimes true north is like this, it goes like that. We have to pay attention to that. Just
Yeah.
keep following that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels
Exactly.
like it sometimes,
Yeah.
Marina. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So very true.
Totally, totally
Yeah.
get that. And it's, the other thing with, yeah, with the North Star too is, you follow that, and that is your sense of integrity. That is your truth.
Mhm.
So having the power to believe in your own truth, the
Yep.
understanding what it is and where it's leading you, and being okay with going in that direction. you
Yes.
know just yeah.
Yeah, and it is one of those things. Sometimes it's hard to explain. However, when I am heart centered, it helps me to set boundaries. It helps me to say
Yes.
no when things are not going to be in alignment with my true north,
Yeah.
where I am centered. And
Hmm.
so it's so very
Yeah.
important. So,
Oh, you're welcome, Sherry.
and Ms. Tara D
Oh,
is here, and Ms. Tara D, that's why there's playback.
there you
So
go.
that is
Just
why there is
saying.
playback. Yep. So Marina, thank you
Yeah.
so very much for taking time out of your schedule to spend it with me.
Oh, are you kidding? It was an absolute pleasure.
And Leah is
Absolutely.
here. And
Hi, Ian.
again, everybody just like and subscribe to our channels. Links are below because we both put stuff from what we're doing on our community tab.
Yeah.
And Tina Marie is here.
Hi, Tina Marie.
So, and so, all right. So, any last minute words before we head off?
Just the big thing for me is just know that there is enough out there for everybody.
Yep.
Just because someone else gets something, don't ever think that they're doing it at your expense. They're not. There's more than enough
Mhm.
of everything to make everyone happy. So just share that good energy and try to think of yeah, living a heart-centered life. Like start, begin, middle, end everything with love.
Yes. And keep showing up.
Yes.
Keep showing up, even when you don't understand it. So,
Yeah.
Marina, hang out for a few moments while I
Absolutely.
send us off. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
This section of the video is brought to you by the word heart-centered. Everyone say it with me. Heart-centered. Heart-centered. Approaching something from a place of inner strength, resiliency, courage, integrity, authenticity, and truth. Please be heart-centered and like, share, and subscribe.